Hey there! If you're ready to go from feeling stressed about money to feeling totally in control, you have come to the right place. We are about to break down a super clear, step-by-step plan to help you finally master your money, and we're starting right now.
You know that feeling, right? You get a raise at work, you're technically making more money, but somehow you still feel like you're just treading water financially. It's an incredibly common problem, but the good news is it's one you can absolutely solve. And the solution? It doesn't actually start in your bank account, it starts in your head. So before we can even get into the nitty-gritty of budgets or investments, we have to talk about how we think about money. It turns out there are 3 common financial mindsets, and figuring out which one you have, well, that's the first, most important step to changing your entire financial life. First up, we've got what's called the poor mindset. And let's be super clear here. This has nothing to do with how much money you actually make. It's all about a pattern where every single dollar that comes in goes right back out, either to cover day-to-day bills or, for those emotional in-the-moment purchases. There's just no plan for the money beyond right now.
Next, there's the middle mindset, and this is the trap so many people fall into. The goal here is a better lifestyle, right? So the income goes towards things like car loans, a mortgage, and credit card debt. But here's the catch. These are all liabilities. They're things that might look good, but they're designed to take money out of your pocket month after month. And that brings us to the rich mindset. Again, this is not about being a millionaire. It is a fundamental way of thinking. With this mindset, your cash flow is deliberately pointed towards buying assets, things that actually put money into your pocket. The whole focus shifts from spending money to making your money work for you.
Okay, so this is the absolute key difference. An asset puts money in your pocket. Think of things like stocks that pay you dividends or a rental property that brings in cash each month. A liability, on the other hand, takes money out of your pocket. That's your car loan, your credit card debt, that new phone on a payment plan. The goal is so simple. Get more assets and get rid of liabilities. I know it sounds basic, but trust me, when this clicks, it changes everything. All right, now that we've got our heads in the right space, it's time to build the actual roadmap. Because just wishing for a better financial future, that's not a plan. You need a deliberate, written-down strategy to guide every decision you make. And this is exactly what personal financial planning is all about. It's not about being restrictive or cheap. It's about gaining total clarity. Think of it as the tool that gives you the confidence to handle your goals, like saving for a down payment, and also those unexpected curveballs, like a medical emergency.
So how do you actually create this plan?
Well, it all kicks off with setting some SMART goals. First, you've got to write them down. Make them real. Then, give every single goal a timeline. After that, you need to prioritize what's most important to you right now. And finally, you have to get real with yourself and analyze where your money is actually going today. Okay, you've got your goals. Awesome. Now you need a system to actually hit them. And honestly, one of the most effective and easiest methods out there is the 50-30-20 budget. Just think of it as a simple blueprint for telling your money exactly where to go instead of wondering where it all went at the end of the month. The real beauty of this whole system is just how simple it is. You take your after-tax income and split it into just 3 buckets. 50% for your absolute needs, 30% for your financial priorities, and the last 20% is for your lifestyle. So let's break down exactly what goes in each bucket.
The biggest chunk, that 50%, goes to the absolute essentials. This is the non-negotiable stuff. We're talking about your housing, your rent or mortgage, transportation to get to your job, your utility bills, and basic groceries. These are the core expenses you have to cover just to live.
Now this next 30%, this is where you really start building your future. This is the powerhouse of your whole plan. This money is for paying down debt aggressively, saving for retirement, building up that all-important emergency fund, and of course, putting money aside for investments. This is the portion that makes your wealth grow.
And finally, we have 20% just for you. And this is so important because it proves a budget isn't about deprivation. This is your pre-approved, guilt-free money for hobbies, going out to eat, entertainment, shopping, all the things that make life fun and enjoyable.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? A good financial plan is not a punishment. It's a tool that gives you power. It's an active, ongoing commitment you make to yourself that allows you to grow your money and build the exact life you want. So once you've really mastered budgeting and saving, the next powerful step is to make your money start to grow all by itself. And this is where investing comes in. Investing is the engine that will take you from just being financially stable to being truly financially free.
But why is investing such a big deal? Well, there are 3 reasons you just can't ignore. First, you have to beat inflation. That's the silent thief that makes your cash worth less every single day. Second, you've got to fund a comfortable retirement because we're all living longer than ever before. And third, it's really the only way to grow your wealth beyond what a regular paycheck can do.
Now, you might be thinking, I don't have enough money to invest, but let's look at a really simple example. Let's say you decide to skip that daily coffee that costs you 14 reals. Over a whole year, that's over 5,000 reals you've just saved. It might not seem like a lot, but this is where the magic begins. Because when you invest that money, it doesn't just sit there. It starts earning returns for you, and then those returns start earning their own returns. That, my friends, is the incredible, almost unbelievable power of compounding. That small daily habit over a couple of decades could literally transform into hundreds of thousands of reals.
And this is the ultimate goal. Financial freedom isn't about having a private jet. It's the point where the income from your assets, from your investments, is enough to cover all of your living expenses. It is the amazing moment when you are no longer working for money because your money is officially working for you. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground: mindset, planning, budgeting, investing. Now, let's bring it all home with the actual tools and steps you can take today to put every bit of this into action.
Your entire journey really just boils down to these 4 powerful steps. First, you change your mindset from being a spender to being an owner. Next, you create that written financial plan with crystal clear goals. From there, you build and, more importantly, stick to your 50-30-20 budget. And finally, you start investing, even if you're starting small.
And the best part is, you don't have to do this all by yourself with a pen and paper. Technology makes this stuff easier than ever. Apps like Mint are great for tracking all your accounts in one place, while apps like YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, are fantastic for really putting that 50-30-20 rule into practice and giving every single dollar a job.
So we're going to leave you with this one final, powerful question to think about. Take a second and honestly reflect on your own financial life. Is your money working for you, or are you working for it? The principles we just covered give you the power to change that answer for good. Thanks for tuning in.